Hi everyone, my name's Ken. Welcome to Stock Market Unfiltered. Happy Monday. you see this picture? It cost me $5. $5 to get that picture. Granddaughter drew it for me. She must be trying to be an entrepreneur. I said, $5? To draw a picture, sweetheart? Yeah, $5, Dad. Or Papa, she calls me Papa. $5. So okay. He said, you're trying to make money on the stock market. I said, I'm retired. I ain't got no money. So, that Social Security check, which ain't a whole lot. He looked at me and said, Papa, I'm 14 years old. I don't even have a job. I don't get a Social Security check. So, $5. And I try to open up my shows with a little monologue. It is the Stock Market Unfiltered. It's supposed to be funny. It's a shame, man. Maybe I think I'm a comedian, but no, I'm not. Or maybe I'm a wannabe guy. And you poor guys are watching me. All the comedians in the world just stuck with me on the stock market channel. I'm just having fun. But this picture. Let's look at it. Let's see. Look at it. Rest in peace. So R.I.P. Had a little skull head in there. And the little Reaper thing. Look, it even got a little light, right? And I'll give her credit. Let's see. I can get her name on there. Right there. It's kind of hard to see right there, but her name's Angel. 14 years old. Good granddaughter. And do you want to know why I wanted to, yeah, I said, what am I drawing that picture for? Prudential. Prudential Financial. So, my granddaughter wanted to know about Prudential. I said, okay. It formed a death cross. I can't let it go. I'm just going to harp on it. Because I'm making a joke about it. I own the stock, so I can joke about it. Because if you bought the stock at $90 and the death cross means you need to sell it and get the hell out of it and get rid of it, right? It's going down. It went down to 75.50. But guess what? Today, 79.40 in after hours. Oh. Actually, that's 79.40 is what it closed at. And after hours, it was up 30 cents. It was up 79.70. It's going from 75.50 to 79.70 since Friday. And today's just Monday. $4.20 since I bought it. Oh, yeah. So anyway, yeah, so that's why I had to draw this. So I explained to her about the death cross for Prudential. I said, I get live news when I'm watching the stock market live on my portfolio. I get all this live news on my portfolio, as many people do. And I saw that symbol pop up there. Remember I told you about it, and I'd never seen it before. And it says the death cross. Went below the 50-day moving average, went below the 200-day moving average. It's a sign of the death cross. So I said, I tell you what, Angel, how about draw me one? She said, I'm requesting, to draw me an interpretation in your mind of a death cross. When you're looking at a chart, it just pops up a little symbol. It might be a little star, squiggly lines, whatever it is. She said, okay, gonna cost you $5. That's good. So, by the way, since I've paid $5 for this, I own it. It's copyrighted material now because I own it. I know she's only 14, but I got her mom's permission. I got Angel's permission too to use it. So I'm covered. copyrighted material. So I'm hoping I can get maybe, I don't know, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade. When maybe I get the technical people. Look, when a stock crosses the 50-day moving average, 200-day moving average, and it gets assigned a death cross, maybe we can use this symbol. If I saw that, I would run from the stock. Scary, ain't it? It's scary. But I said I won't talk about financials this week. But I have to. Because of what happened today. And it has nothing to do with Prudential, which I own, by the way. Disclosure as always. You ever heard of First Citizens Bank? Believe it or not, they are based in Raleigh, North Carolina, my home state, North Carolina. I live about 50 miles from Raleigh. So guess what First Citizens did today? They made a deal with the FDIC. I have to read a little bit here so I kind of get it right. I can't remember all these figures. Because it went under federal or receiverships. I mean, the federal government owns the company. So they got together with First Citizens. And First Citizens kind of agreed to buy it out from the federal government, by the way, since they own it now. They will acquire Silicon Valley Bank. You're going to get the loans from Silicon Valley Bank. Going to get the deposits from Silicon Valley Bank. So, Silicon Valley Bank was the largest bank collapse in the U.S. since 2008 financial crisis. Now, this happened like last night. It's in, well, actually, I guess it was this morning, like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, because I was still up, believe it or not, doing some stuff. And I saw it come across my phone. I said, oh, yeah. This is going to be good for banks today, as in Monday. So, First Citizens, they're going to assume all the assets of, basically, or they're going to assume assets of $110 billion of Silicon Valley Bank. Okay, so they're going to get those assets. And also, they're going to get deposits of $56 billion and loans of $72 billion. And FDIC said that the $72 billion purchase is going to come from as a discount of $16.5 billion. So I guess First Citizens is getting a discount of $16.5 billion from the feds. So that's good. And First Citizens really didn't have to put any money in it, really, so to speak. They had to guarantee the FDIC some equity in stocks. So they're going to, if First Citizens stock. So everybody worked out good for everybody, I guess. That's great. Way to go, First Citizens. Thank you for that. Because guess what? The banks just went whoo, all the way up. Most of them. I'm sure there might have been a couple that were up, but most of them were up today. It's great. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Citigroup, TFC. Oh, another stock I own TFC also. It was up today too. Just like Prudential. And TFC is, I'm not sure what it is in after hours, but it's 33.08 right now. And that's the one I had the cost basis of 31.50. So that worked out well. So I wasn't going to talk about financials, but I wound up doing it anyway. I'm not going to be out here too long tonight. And so far as what I do, and I'm not really for the short-term investor. I'm more long-term. And before I get into that, I'll go back to Prudential just for 1 second, or a few seconds. I was talking about the death cross. But guess what today it had on it? It had a RSI, relative strength indicator, relative strength index, whatever you're going to call it. 0 to 30. Oversold. 70 to 100. Overbought. This little icon pops up on my Prudential thing today. That thing has a lot of icons that pop up on and it was green. It was RSI. I said, based on this RSI number is going across 30. That's a bullish sign. Bullish. Gonna go up. Yay. But just remember 3 days ago, it had the death cross for Prudential. It's gonna crash. I hope you guys didn't sell it. I hope you kept it. This is my new symbol, technical symbol for a death cross, is this. so I'm glad if you bought it at 75, 50 or 75, 50 when it was down low Friday morning. You've done pretty good right now. And I'm doing pretty decent. It's, being up there at 79.40, 79.70 after hours. But anyway, when I'm trying to do for long term, I'm a long term investor. So I'm not going to give you daily trades because I'm not a day trader. I want you guys to buy stock for the long term and hold it and get that income, the dividend income. And I may talk about prices and I joke about them because most of the stocks I joke about, the prices are stuff I own in my own portfolio. It's not a joke really, because I mean there's people out there that are hurting. Some are losing money, some are making a lot of money. But just for like people like me and you, just regular retail investors, we can't compete with hedge funds guys that have $10 billion in the account. They can look at it and grab 1 million shares of a company for $30 and $30 million. That's all right, and it goes up 40, and they can sell it and make $10 million just like that. We can't do that. We don't have that type of money, especially if you're doing it yourself. So on my portfolio, I like to put stock limits on it, 20%. So if you got a stock that's in my portfolio, it's like say $100, and I see it go to 80, I may sell it because I'm not going to lose it so much. But because I buy it at different times, I have different lots where I bought it. Most of your brokerage firms and websites have, you can break it down if you wanted to sell it, what lot you want to sell. So if I bought some at $100 and it drops to 80, I might sell the $100 ones I bought because it's dropped 20%, but I might have bought some more that are at 90, 95, or 85. That's not 20% less at $80. So I may do that, or I may not sell it at all. It just depends on the dividend. I'll just be honest with you right now. I got a stock that's down $1,000. That sucks. $1,000 down in my portfolio. That's about 10% down. Still sucks. But it pays a dividend. I get, on this particular stock, I get $400 a quarter. So $400 times 4 is $1,600. Okay. I'm just trying to give you an idea of how I operate my portfolio, and you guys can do the same thing. If you get a little bit from me and get a little bit from somebody else, and make it your own. But that's $1,600 for 1 year in dividends. 400 times 4, 1,600. Right now I got a $1,000 loss. Sounds terrible, right? It's only a loss if you sell it. If you don't sell it, it's not a loss. It's unrealized. But I'm still getting that dividend. Okay, so at $400 a quarter times 4, 1,600. I'm down 1,000. Way I see it, at the end of the year, I'm plus 600 because I get $1,600 worth of dividends. I'm down 1,000, but I got 1,600. So I made up the 1,000, and I got $600 in dividends. Of course, you can look at it two ways. It could go down another $600. Yeah, it could, and then you would make nothing. That's true. I haven't sold it, so it's unrealized. Or how about if it goes up $5? Still get that $1,600, and it goes up $5. So you get, my whole point is you got to be patient. Patience. I know we have a worldwide economy. We're all intertwined. Japan, us, Europe, China. The economies are all woven together, and if something bad happens, and we'll just use the example of the banks. We had Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, First Republic Bank, Credit Suisse over in Switzerland. This is Europe now, and Deutsche Bank this past week. That's a lot. So economists or people tend to panic. It's human nature to panic. And they say, oh my God, every stock in the financial must be in trouble. All the stocks, the financial must be in trouble, about to go under. It's terrible. It's the end of the world. Speaking of the end of the world, remember, and this is why I say you to be patient. Remember the Mayan calendar? You remember that? It's been several years ago. Well, actually, many years now. I'm getting old. The world was going to end December 21st, 2012. It was. So what the Mayan calendar. And they talked about this for months on the TV. I mean, it's on major news channels. I can't help it. I'm sorry. The world's going to end on December 21st, 2012. Why? Because the Mayan calendar ends. And of course, December 21st, 2012 came here. The world didn't end. The Mayan calendar is based on celestial bodies and all kinds of stuff. Did anybody think that when the Mayan calendar ends, it just starts over? It starts over. Nobody thought of that, did he? Think about China. They have 12 animals. The first one is the rat. It's like you were born in January. The first one's the rat. And the rat is good for 12 months. So then if you're born in February, after 12 months, next month, of course, is February. If rat's first, that stands for January. And February, it's the ox. Hey, that's what I am. I was born in February, so I'm an ox. It says, I had to read this. It says the ox is known as a good helper. And I like to be diligent. The strength, and honestly, I'm honest. I really try to be honest. I don't know about strength. Down to earth, yeah, I'm definitely a down to earth country boy. Resilience, you got to have resilience to be in the stock market. And wealth, I don't know about being wealthy. I'm not wealthy, but I'm alive. I guess I am wealthy. I've got a wonderful family, a nice house. Life's good, so. But my whole point is the world didn't end. And like with the Chinese zodiac animals, you know, I told you we start with a rat, then you go to ox. And the last one is the pig. And guess what? When the pig's done, guess what? It starts back over with the rat. It just continues. I didn't know nobody think about that with the Mayan calendar. And it was on the news for months and months and months. Jeez. But that's not pointing about panicking. All these problems with banks, they're all going to panic. It's a worldwide economy that's going to crash everything, and everybody's going to take the money out of the bank. Nah, didn't happen. Matter of fact, they were talking about today that they were surprised that not that many people have took their money out of their bank and moved it. Things are calming down. Thanks to First Citizens from North Carolina. Thank you. Right out in Raleigh. So anyway, the bank's going down. That's and financials. And I'm doing financials because since I'm still talking about financials, I'm about ready to stop talking about them. But they keep making news, I'm gonna keep talking about it. I want to go talk about aristocrats and champions. Okay, but when it starts hit 52-week lows, I will look at it. You know, I do all my little checks. I was telling you the 5 things I look at: price to earnings, and earnings per share, the debated RSI number, dividend. So when stocks at a 52-week low, it's like a Black Friday sale. You got to look at it like that. Remember back in the day, they had Black Friday on day after Thanksgiving. Now it's Black Friday month of November, Black Friday month of December, 2 months of Black Fridays every day. And over there on them Black Fridays, remember when people used to like go to Best Buy, electronics store, in case you're not familiar with that. Line up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Friday, or I've been by my local Best Buy years ago, And people were camping out. Why were they camping out? They want to be first in line. Get a great deal on maybe TVs, computers, Nintendos, PlayStation, game consoles, things of that nature. So look at the 52-week low is a Black Friday sale. Get in line, get you a good price, make some money. So that's what I do. Get in line, make some money. So that's how I do my portfolio. I'm looking for stocks that make money, and for no reason other than panic selling, like we had this past week, especially Wednesday, when after Janet Yellen spoke, said the exact opposite of what Jerome Powell did, and stocks went from plus 100 to minus 535. It was a buying opportunity that day. Janet and Jerome, they need to get on the same page. It needs to send unnecessary fear through the market. Not necessary. Help me out. I bought several stocks after I felt they were unnecessarily beat down, and I was right. Sometimes I'm wrong, but I was right this time. Prudential and TSC being proof. TSC down to $30.50. In 2 days, it's up to $33.08. Now I don't have the after hours number right off the top of my head. Prudential down to $75.50, now $79.70, and after hours. I'm just saying, got to be patient. It looks bad on your. I have 3 or 4 stocks. I don't mind telling you my portfolio to lose some money, but they're not down 20%. They're not down 20%, and they all pay really good dividends. I got one the other day for $800. I don't have that many shares. That thing pays a heck of a dividend. And some people like it, some people don't. It's a variable paying dividend, but it's also an oil company, energy. So they pay a good dividend. And you say, well, the price of oil is going down. It might be bad for that company. Maybe. But you know what? I may talk about this company, but I'm not going to give you the name because then I got to do a disclosure. I won't give you the name of the company yet. But so I want to do some, I'm going to talk about it. I want to have some better information for you guys. But it has a variable dividend, so some people stay away from that. But the price of oil, it's going down. You know how much it costs for this company to barrel up oil out of the ground and get it processed? $15. Think about that. $15. And a barrel of oil may be $65, $70 a barrel. It varies. It's been as high as over 100. And they were making some money. They were throwing out some dividends when it was that price. But they still making good money at $65, $70. I mean, the price of oil going down, but they only cost them $15. $15 to process it, refine it, everything. That's pretty good. Cost you $15, and you get to sell it for $60, $70, $80, $90, $100. You're making daggone good money. It might be a good stock you look at. I'll talk about it one day. So anyway, that's about all I have for tonight. It's been a rough day in America. I am going to close with this because this is serious. My hearts go out to those guys in Nashville, Tennessee. I got a granddaughter that's 14 that drew that picture. I have another one that's 10. At 10 years old, she's in elementary school. And my other daughter's in middle school, 8th grade. And today in Nashville, they had a mass shooting at a school. It was a church. It was a private school. Somebody went in there. 3 children died, 9 years old. That's close to my heart. 9 years old. Because I have a daughter that's 9 and goes to elementary school. I got one that's 14. And then 3 adults died also in that, for a total of 6. And then plus the shooter. So I do ask that you keep them in your thoughts and prayers tonight. And hopefully we can heal. And I keep you guys in the prayers from Nashville. So you guys keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And we'll talk to you later. You guys have a good night.